Hello everyone. So in case you are wondering how to combine historical data with live stream data, so this video is specially made for you. So let's dive into the code. This is actually 73 lines only code just for this example. So first we import the WebSocket and then we config. Config is where you specify your API key and then the API secret. Then we also import the JSON, then the TALib, which is the technical analysis library, and then we import also the pandas SPD Binance client. We import the client, and then the enums. For this line, you actually won't be needing this for this example, so you can actually delete this one. And then after that we fire up the WebSocket, then the URL for the Binance Futures WebSocket. So for this example we will be using the BTC USDT on the minute time frame. Then we specify the client here. This is where our API key and the secret key here. So you put in your API key here and then the secret key here. Alright. Then we specify our trade symbol. We use BTC USDT for this example. And then we also specify our EMAs here. So we will be using the 7 EMA for the fast EMA, 21 for the slow one, and then the very slow SMA we will be using the 100 period. And then after that we get the historical data using this futures underscore K lines. So here I only limit the candles to 102 because we are only concerned about the 100 period previously. Then after that we convert it to data frame, our K lines, and then here we drops the columns 0, which is the time, and then the volume. So 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then access 1 for the column. Then after that we also here for this line we drop the tail, which is as what I have observed, this candlestick is not yet closed, so we ignored that last line. Then we specify our columns OHLC. So this is the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Open, high, low, and close. And then after that we create a new column for the fast EMA. So round, which is round off. Then the TALib. So TALib dot EMA. Right, and then the closing prices. And then the fast EMA, which is we specify here as 7. Right, and then same goes here. The slow EMA, which is the 21. We also made a new column for the slow EMA. Then after that the slow SMA, which is based on the closing prices also, but this one is rolling with window 100 period, and then we take the mean, which is basically the mean of the 100 prices. So for this we will be needing 100 candlesticks. moving on, we will define our WebSocket on open. So we just print out this receiving data. Then we define our on close also for the WebSocket. Then after that, we define our on message. So every time we query the WebSocket will give us a message back. So we will capture it, and then after that we make our um, data frame here global, so it will also appear here. And then we say JSON message is equals to JSON that loads message, which is here the message we receive from the WebSocket. And then for this one is candle JSON message K, and then candle close, which is equal to candle X. So basically what this does is whenever the candle is close, so this line will return true. Alright, then we specify the open data as our open candle, which is O, then high H, low data for the candle L, then close data for candle C. So we say here if candle close, so if candle close is true, then the data frame we have here will be appended by the candle information. And then here we also append our fast EMA, slow EMA, and then the slow SMA. So we also specify here our last open. Last open means the final open, which is the tail of this X candle, which is the candle close. So OHLC, all tails, and then the last fast EMA also slow, and then the slow SMA, so tail. Then here we print it out, so open, high, low, and then the close. Then here as well the EMA, we print out the EMA 7, EMA 21, and then the SMA 100. Alright, so here this one is for your trading strategy. So this is just an example. So we say here if float last close is greater than float last fast EMA, which is the EMA 7, and the float last fast EMA is greater than float last slow EMA, and finally the float of the last slow EMA, the float of last slow SMA, I mean last slow EMA is greater than the last slow SMA. So we print out EMA cross to the upside, execute by order, or actually you can put in your code here for the buy, I mean buy code here, you can paste it here. And then also for the selling, if say float is of the last close is less than the float of last fast EMA, which is the 7, then the float of last fast EMA is less than the float of the last slow EMA, and then finally the float of last slow EMA is less than the float of the last slow SMA. Then if it's true, then we execute a sell order. So you can put in your sell order here. So that's it. And then here we specify our WebSocket. So this is the command for that, and then we run it forever, right? Alright, so if we will run this, it will look like this. So here we have 10722.7 for the closing. So 10722 for the closing, which is here. And then after, actually every minute, this one, the values here gets appended by the new incoming data we get from the WebSocket. See, close is 10726.23. So 10726.23, which is correct. So this is what I was talking about, the tail. So every time we retrieve a future K-line, I mean historical data, this is the tail we get rid of. So it's not yet close. So SMA 10714.72. So 100 MA here, you can see here, see 10714.73. Oops, we get another data. Well, that's it for this video, and thanks for watching.